Check this out. Hail. Oh, about a couple weeks ago we got hit really hard and the F-150 just got nailed by all of this hail damage. It is incredible. Look at this one over here. Look at the size of the hail damage did that. We're talking like baseball size hail, just nailing this windshield, nailing the roof. We'll take a walk around this and check it out and show you how much the hail just left a, well, and dent, a real dent in this. Oh my goodness. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. You guys follow the channel, you know I bought this F-150 just as a used one. I just needed something to pull our camper over there that also got hit, and that camper over there. And yeah, we had a storm come through. It went around the monument, which is the big rock. Let's see, come over here. That big rock over there, National Monument. And we had northwest winds, we had southeast winds, warm winds, cold winds, 2 tornadoes, one south of town, one north of town, hail in the middle. We were downstairs hiding out from the tornadoes while hail just plummeted upstairs. Luckily the house had no damage, but it was pretty scary for a little while. I kind of lie to you. It's not like popcorn going off upstairs. That's how loud it was in the basement. Came upstairs, went outside, checked the damage, and this is the first thing I saw was this right here. I was looking at this going, wow, look at just the size. Then my eyeballs went up a little higher. I started looking at the hood and looking at all these spots. Then I looked at the windshield and I was like, wow, right there. Look at that. And then it goes down, and then you can see right in there more stuff. And then I showed you that spot over there. What's incredible about all that damage was a couple things. We have some on the doors. I'll show you the roof. But my wife pointed out I had a sunshade in here, but there's glass inside the truck right there. And there's another piece, a smaller piece that was like right up there. And when you sit in the driver's seat and look around, yeah, I told, we have Progressive, they came out and the claim adjuster looked at this, and I told them, I said, this, in my opinion, is not a drivable vehicle. I have a body shop appointment on August 4th. Luckily, the body shop's about, I don't know, 2 miles away here in Nebraska. Everything, small town, everything's close. About 2 miles away, but yeah, because that's all I'm going to drive it to, because it just got nailed. I do have these, this is interesting. So you guys know I have the channel sponsor, Screen Pro Tech, and I put the A-pillar covers on this. So this is, you can see a little bit came off on this side here. I didn't get quite on there all the way, right? But that's the A-pillar cover, so that actually survived. I got to redo that one side, but this one, maybe it helped, maybe it didn't, I don't know. The A-pillar survived. They said there was some body damage on the bed. I couldn't see it. She had that special tool. She saw some of that. The estimate was $13,000 in damage on this truck. My friend tells me that's probably lowballing it. He thinks it's more like $17,000, which I think is probably right. Nothing on the Lightner bed rack I could tell. Looks like that all survived. I'm gonna get up there and we'll take a look at that. I have this Michelin bed liner in here, which is just a bed mat, and yeah, I like it. It's a nice bed mat, nice rubberized. You can just hose it off. It's Michelin. Imagine that. Yeah, Michelin bed mat. Right in there. See? They sent it to me, and I haven't done anything with it, but we hauled some dirt, and it worked out well with the dirt in there. And this thing survived. I didn't see any damage to that at all. And you got to imagine, if it hit the truck, it was bouncing off this and bouncing around and causing all sorts of damage, you know, in the bed. So that saved probably the bed some damage as far as, you know, leaving marks in the bed. Okay, I'm not the most graceful person here, but I'm gonna try this. All right, that worked. And then I'll get up here, we'll duck below my little Lightner stuff. So yeah, that bed mat, yeah, that saved the bed, I'd imagine. I'd have like dents in the bed or maybe holes in the bed. Remember that test? Do you guys remember that test with the Ford bed? It was a test. What was it? forget who did it, but they dropped the toolbox in the bed and left a hole in it. I'll see if I can't find a photo and put it in the video, but there were all this videos about it, where if you don't do a spray and coating or anything like that on these beds, you actually leave a cut in the bed. So this has a spray and a little bit on this coating, but having that bed mat too definitely helped out. So thanks, Michelin. Thanks for saving my truck a little bit there, because that would have sucked too. Well, sucked to the insurance company. Let's see, lightener rack there we talked about, right? So no damage there. This all plastic. Didn't have any problems there, I don't see. Nothing there. Take my little extension piece off here so move the camera around a little bit better. And don't see any problems there. Nothing in the glass back there. This is the first time I've actually been up in the truck and checked it out. I kind of let it go because I was working on all sorts of different things and launching their new website, We Talk Cars, and I haven't really looked at it. But this is the first time I've seen the roof. I also wanted to do it as a surprise to me, so it's a real natural surprise. I'm really, like I said, it's the first time I've seen it, so it's a real surprise to me. I'm not BSing you guys. I've never been up here since the hail came through. You can see the dents up there. Wow, look at that. The dents all the way up there. I'll try to, I think I don't know if I can zoom in on this. We'll try it. Oh, yeah. There we go, I can zoom in. So there's the dents up there. Dent. Dent coming back. Yeah. You can see it came all the way back here. All the way back in here, so it had to come into the bed. Surprised there's not more dents up in here, you know, because it looks like it was a weird storm though. So yeah, look how dented that stuff is. Wow. So this is gonna really suck. Why? Well, as you guys know, if you follow the channel, I like to buy a new truck every year. It's great for content. I use it for the website, for, you know, syndicate MSN. I use it for TikTok videos. I use it for comparison videos. I use it for long-term review videos. I use it for a little bit of tax write-off, not much anymore, but I use it for a lot of things. And I also have a brand new truck to drive. And as I learn about it, I do engineering interviews. There's a lot of content I make off these new vehicles. But I'm taking this body shop August 4th, and then they're gonna have to do their stuff to it, probably argue with insurance, you know, get a better rate, all kind of stuff. And then I don't know how long it's gonna take, right? So when I had a 23 Silverado and it got hailed on, and that was like a couple months before they could get all the parts and, you know, the PDF, or not PDF, I always say PDF, but the paintless dent removal, PDR, on some of the trim pieces. Like I remember one of the chrome pieces took them like 2 months to get in because it was the parts were always out of stock. It's always back order parts, that kind of stuff. So, I got to be able to trade this truck in. That's the problem. And now I'm hoping this is going to be ready to be traded in by the time the Silverado is ready to be bought. This can delay my plans. So this is a business asset, not just my truck, it's a business asset. So this really sucks. And then I also have a business asset that I'm paying a monthly payment on, because why not? I pay cash, I guess I could, but you know, it's like I'm paying a payment on this thing that I can't use as a business asset. Not only can I not drive it, I can't tow my camper with it. Luckily I'm getting a truck to tow the camper with next week and go camping. But I have a business asset. I can't compare any trucks to it. Like you've seen on the channel, I've compared this truck to other, like a Toyota Tundra, I did a GMC Sierra, I did a Chevy Silverado. Now I can't compare this to other trucks. It's going to be out of service for a while it's in the body shop. So not only is it bad for me on a personal level, I don't have a truck to drive, it's also bad for me on a business level. I don't have a way to compare it to other trucks, and I also don't have a way to trade it in for the next business purchase. Yeah, really sucks. So stay tuned. Whatever the hell happens. At this point, it is July 13th at 8 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what's going to happen. It'll be fun, interesting, good times. Yeah, great. For more, check the videos up over here. Website down below, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you, maybe, down the road.